Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Portugal. Yeah, I'm gonna get cooked today as well. Had to open the window, otherwise I ran out of air, but outside there is 30 Celsius and a lot of humidity. So I hope 1 liter of water and my dear fan will be enough for the 2-hour race. I guess proper Portugal summer experience. Right, I need to fix this audio. I cannot believe that I always have this silly issue. Wait. Bear with me. All right. There we go. I hope everything works, but most of all, I hope the game works and doesn't die like the last time that I streamed a longer race. Why is this jumping over here? Okay. I think all is good, so let's drive. I actually did forget one thing before the image becomes all red. There is a couple of Porsches registered and they seem very fast. But luckily or unluckily I have lost so much DR that I'm now P3 in the register list, so even if Porsche is too quick, I will not lose the DR. Good evening, Marvin. Welcome. Big understeer. Well, despite it being quite hot on track as well, these mediums here still need at least 2 laps to warm up. Hey, Kari. Yeah, it's Cadillac time, although, well, let's see how fast it is. 1 hour ago it was basically still undrivable because I needed to do some big changes to make it survive some corners here. Hello Michi, yeah, of course. I really want to get all the pace out of it, but well, the more I drive it, the more it feels like it will just never be very quick with this BOP. But I mean, it's not far off, so it's possible to fight for the wins. Like this corner here is just a king, but on the Sebring setup I completely died. Like the rear got squashed into the ground and there was no way to drive at all, and here as well. Had to work pretty hard on the suspension. And it's quite funny because the track doesn't really have fast corners. Well, all fast corners are actually flat out, except the last one here. And then actually most of corners around here are low speed or medium speed, so the suspension can be soft. But then these compressions, flat out compressions, just kill the suspension. Oh, it sounds brilliantly. For sure. Well, it's still practice session, but at least I have provisional pole in the practice, so that's something. So there is some pace. Oh, you're giving Rennsport a try. Alright. Am I on wets? What do you mean? Wait. This is broken here again. 50-minute quali. It's quite a long session, to be honest. It's gonna be 2 runs. But the second run will have so much traffic. Is this allowed? Well, I saw White was on hards. If it's not a bug. In real pro karting on fast soft tires, yeah, I mean, it's not easy to compare karts and hypercars, but then again, I guess there is more similarities between real-life karts and real-life hypercars than between simulated hypercars and real hypercars, although, well, I think in real life on boards, the hypercars always feel quite a lot on the limit. So much traffic around here. I didn't go instantly out of the garage because I had to adjust the fuel, which was a mistake. But well, lap 1 is not fast anyway because of the tires. So I'll slow down and get some space on track later. And I also must not forget to fix the regen level, because I decided to exit the garage with 0 regen, otherwise the battery keeps clipping. And I sincerely hope this is the last GT car that's at the Toyota in the gravel. Don't rejoin into me, please. Thank you. We compare tires, not chassis. Okay. Well, I'll be the first one to complain about how the whole sim racing market lacks a good tire model. But from just judging from onboards, it feels like Le Mans Ultimate is in some aspects the closest to the real life. There will be traffic. That's not the way to start a hot lap, but alright, the finish line or the start line is quite late. Need to make this one count. Luckily we don't need to lift for a yellow flag here. Oversteer. Depends, I can gain that. But not like this. I think I just carry on and well, I have enough fuel to use the next lap. Slightly worn tires that are up to temp are still faster than new cold tires. A bit wide, but okay. Not sure if that Toyota is on a lap behind. Let him through. Well, Yankesh, I wanted a challenge. And again, I really like some aspects of the caddy. Like the peak cornering or like the peak grip at the front is really good. But it's difficult to control the right height. And I'm bouncing off the Packers here. Right, 3/10. Let's do this. that's gonna be a cut. No? Okay, good. The Porsches are very fast. Oh, the Toyota is on pole actually. I thought the Toyota could be very quick here because it lacks a little bit of top speed performance. But it's got good downforce. Now this is always good fun going out of a garage. On the hybrid, on the battery and with stone cold tires. Hello Joao, hello Colin. And yes, Mitch, this blue flag. This would have been a beautiful split for you to join as well. And hi Irun. Yeah, I really hope for some better luck. Last VC or WC weekly race, well, it went great until last 10 minutes when the game closed. And yeah, the pressure is still on minimum like in real life. Like you will always go slow or like as little inflated as possible, but still like trying to keeping it always within the regulated minimum. It's not an easy car. Well, the tires are cold, but still. But I think it's the best in sector 3, so for that last corner on the straight. So I will get, what, 2 more attempts, maybe 3. What is my regen? The Toyota is really on pace after the update number 1. So when the new tires came and the BOP, the Toyota kind of became quite competitive. I don't know about temps being higher, I don't know how it's in the other event. front is not biting enough. Well, next lap, maybe. Yeah, the Toyota is, I don't know, it's kind of quite nervous and tricky. Not sure how to explain the driving characteristics. I think for WEC Weekly, yeah, they maybe took morning, and then for this one they took the afternoon, because the temp is supposedly decreasing, so yeah, 16 time of day. We'll just about miss the last attempt. Let's see. I got a cut. But maybe I can just about cross it before it goes to 0. So let's see if I get to do another lap. Supposedly not, but I keep going. Why is it giving me a cut there? I'm keeping going because sometimes it can count the lap even if timer went out, which is kind of a bug that needs to be fixed. But I think I'm not gonna get lap time anyway, because there was this orange cut that suddenly disappeared, but I think it disappeared because the session timer is out. So I'll just practice the pit entry if it allows me to. The Toyota is seriously fast, so that race will be very exciting. Yeah, just about a little bit too late. I need to brake when the grass on the right stops. Okay. Yeah, so I wonder if hearts are a good choice. Mark is putting on the hearts. 45 Celsius track. Good question. Either way, full tank. What do we do with stuff? I'm gonna take mediums. Vite is back on mediums. Maybe he's trolling, or maybe it was a bug. Yeah, if it's cold surface, well, at Le Mans we needed the softs, but it's not available at Portimao. It's just available at Spa and Le Mans, right? Any options to live stream on Traction YouTube? Yeah, I know Michi did that in the past, but the idea of Traction GG channel is slightly different than before, because before they just got a couple of streamers together and like just tried their best to make themselves known to all the sim racing public. But now it's kind of like the public is already there, so they really want to keep the content like within tighter confines and up to the same kind of standard. I don't know. Let's see. But they gave me these logos, so I had to put them here, and I'm happy to run them. So I am... Let's catch up, okay? I'm catching up. To region, okay, I need to not forget about it. And yeah, let's see how it goes. I must not miss the green lights again, like last time. It's gonna say keep 60, hold speed. We are green, green, green. Lost the position, but still alive. Thank you for the GLs. So regen, let's increase it. I think I actually really have a superior car in the last corner, so it might be easier to go for some moves. Hello Claudio. And about lower region for the start, issue is that here there is just so much corners that the battery gets like clipped, it gets filled and it's difficult to burn it. And then depending on the car, but this car has regen on the rear, so if battery is full it stops regenerating, which means less stopping power, which means much longer braking distances and front lockups, and it's not a good experience. So I prefer to just burn the battery a little bit at the start and then increase the regen after a lap. So I need to slowly bring these tires up to temp, keep them alive and do some moves later. Yeah, in LMH, like Ferrari has regen on the front. So if you suddenly clip the battery and lose front braking performance, the rear is gonna kill you. Everyone pushing quite hard ahead. It's deep. Yeah, for sure I'm not gonna win this race on pace, but if I want to have a chance, I need to be clever. And save the tires, save the fuel. So as long as I keep making green laps and personal bests, it's gonna be fine. And maybe the Toyota is gonna destroy the tires. Struggling with front grip into that hairpin. I have low speed understeer, Victor, indeed, but it's still possible to rotate. And I don't think it's front or like two front brake bias, but I have even more low speed understeer in the Ferrari. I don't want the more rear airby, because into some other corners or on the exits I'm struggling with traction. Like here I can feel the rear over rotating, here as well. Well, I did try -1 front ARB and +1 rear ARB already. And to be perfectly honest, I actually, like I have 3 and 2 now. I had 3 and 1 before, so actually I have already done that click, and I kind of liked it, but it made me think I don't want more than that. Anyway, the pace is fine. I just need to lean on the fronts a bit less in low speed. The rear is wearing more than the front anyway, so that's a bit of a worry. At some point I will need to even decrease the rear ARB. Here comes the first wave of the traffic. Unlucky. Bit of a bonk. But I did not have more grip to rotate more. Quite some time lost with this first wave, but that's how it goes. Hello, Dan. Nice bonk from behind. then is it possible to reduce the car weight during a race live? I would appreciate minus 15 kilos. But anyway, this is quite exciting. I love to see the competition, the competition being this strong, so that have to fight like crazy just to stay in P5 for now. But maybe the caddy BOP is worse than expected. Yeah, detach the wiper, detach the ARBs, suddenly it's 15 kilos lighter, right? Feels like I'm still holding the pace of the 3 cars ahead. Just the Toyota behind me is quite fast. Yeah, detach fuel. Quite easy. Or actually not, because in the race you cannot remove fuel, right? If it's the same code as in RF2. Copy, Dennis. It's not light enough still. He will dive. I didn't mean it like that, but I'm gonna take it. Feels like still I'm losing the most in the braking zones, which is weird, because Cadillac is quite good in the braking zones, unless it locks up. Or maybe I'm overly cautious in the braking zones. But I don't really have a good confidence, like especially here sent it 2 meters later and missed the apex. Luckily the Toyota behind did the same. But good to have tried that, because now I know I'm not off the limit, but the limit is just so difficult or so early. And the lap times are worsening a lot. I'm quite surprised by that. Just have no pace there. But he's gonna go for the apex. I really thought the Cadillac would be a bit faster in the race, to be honest. I thought with perfect lap I could even get pole, but now it feels like half a second off. Let's see how the strategies unfold. Yeah, I'm driving on the rear view a lot in the braking zones. Oh, that's maybe a freebie. If there was a bit more rear grip. I just don't have the grip. Feels like the Toyota behind can carry 10 kph more apex speed. I'm just struggling massively for traction. Lucky traffic. to reduce the rear ARB. The hards could be a solid choice for the pit stop. Thing is, I never tried them in my life. No grip. And the PC is working overtime as well. Finally a bit lucky with traffic, I think. Yeah, let's see what the track temps do. I think they will be dropping a bit because it's afternoon. And I can mix, yes. But I'm kind of happy with mediums to some extent. But the temps are not high on the tires somehow. Like these core temps or whatever these numbers are. 80, 70. I don't think hards are a good option. But it would be brilliant if somebody from Studio 397 wrote an explanation of what all these temperatures are. Because for sure with 45 Celsius track there is much more thermal deck than with 25. But these temperatures here are disconnected from these temperatures. This seems to be surface, this seems to be like something else, I don't know what. And then it's quite hard to judge for the strategies. Left is carcass temp, okay. And then I guess surface gets thermal deck, but carcass produces grip. Or something like that. Yeah, core and carcass is different. I think. I mean, there is surface temp, there is rubber temp, there is core temp, there is carcass temp. Anyway. There is battle for P3. Gonna get boxed in. Should have stayed behind. Now the Toyota will eat me. Yeah, don't bonk me. This is quite exciting and hectic. A good battle. And the Toyota behind kind of stopped eating me too much alive in every corner, so I really hope my tire condition is better than the cars around. No Michi tonight. Michi on holidays. But he did say he's gonna try range sport, but I don't know if he's streaming or not. Yeah, I don't know where P1 is. Oh. That was not intentional at all. What happened there? Suddenly the car had broke in the middle of straight line? I'm completely confused. There was a GT at some point. Well, that spoils the party a little bit. I broke, and if I broke in a straight line, I would smash him into the rear, so I needed to go for the apex. But after going for the apex, there was nothing I could do anymore. That's unfortunate. At least it's not long to go until new tires. Well, 12 laps. And luckily the car is going straight. Let's see if there's some damage. No damage. Interesting. I'll take that. Yeah, I've not tried range sport yet after these updates, but I saw Niels trying to remove all the stuttering, but I'm already struggling with occasional stuttering in RF2 and LMU, so I prefer to fix those before messing with other sims. Well, saying other sims, it's not really other sims. And by that I mean obviously range sport being copy-paste of RF2 physics engine. Yeah, with really bad FFB from Unreal Engine. I mean, I don't really need plus 50 horsepower, I don't know what I need, more downforce. I'm not sure how to BOP this car though. It's good, it's best in Sector 3. And it's really good on the brakes. Until suddenly it's not. But it's for sure track specific as well. In the other events on other tracks, it was competitive. So it seems like it's actually struggling a lot with, well, slow and medium speed performance. Like this, I brake very early, but there will be a small lockup and the car will go straight. But the update changelog did say that DOP is gonna be updated and fixed, right? So 9 more laps. That's gonna give me 20, 34 laps, okay. Maybe all others will have to box 5 laps before me and then I will gain or regain all the lost time, so I guess BOP needs to be judged later. Thank you for the clip, Hyper. I really want to see what happened there, but I guess the LMH ahead of me just panicked and broke in a very unexpected place. Yeah, there was a GTE in front, but still it was all ultra weird. Yeah, about the clips I don't know either. I think it just gives you the option to copy-paste the link to the clip. But I don't know where to actually then find them. Guess that was a lapped car. Spun at the apex. Sorry for the sound effects. Phew. That gap looked bigger initially. Come on. I'm expecting them to stay on the racing line, but half of them are and half of them move off, and it's hard to predict where they will be. Closing in on that Toyota MP5. Maybe he has damage. Still 8/10 of pace, like compared to fresh tires. Thinking of something. Oh, and then I make purple S2. I'm not thinking of something anymore. I could, instead of, so the race would be 2 whole stints and then a splash in the end, but I could do 1 whole stint and then equidistant second and third stint and take 1 extra set of tires. It's just 12 seconds, right? Yeah, well, soft not available, just mediums and hards for Portimao. But I would appreciate some more grip from front right. Somehow the pace is really good now. Not sure how it is compared to the leaders, but I see 4 hypercars ahead. And I'm closing in on all of them. Okay. If he would continue, I would have boxed. But now I have to keep going. We must have closed a lot on those P3, P4 cars. So one more lap. Unfortunately, we are not any longer than the Toyota and the Porsche ahead, but that's fine. I could underfuel and jump them, but they will be faster in the first part of the stint, so they will be still closer, and then I will need to refuel more at the splash and they will be ahead. I think it's best to just keep doing what I'm doing. Two green sectors. YouTube seems to be deleting. Okay. Sorry about that. Not sure how to fix it. Okay. Let's get some water. I need more cooling. I wonder where that Ferrari of Michael is gonna end up. I did pretty nice last two laps. But him... Well, actually, first two laps are very slow, right? Because very cold tires. Maybe I will have the overcut. Right, and then for the second stint, I will just decrease the fuel when I can. Oh, this button is so slow. Both tires. Where is Mikkel? Maybe he has completely underfueled and is going for that double tire change strat. Mikkel is 35 ahead, interesting. That means that maybe he went for the splash now and didn't change the tire. But let's see where the Toyota is. Now the Toyota is extending that stint a lot. To overtaking GTEs, not nice. Ah, that's the Toyota. No grip. No cut, okay. Need to use my chance on that Toyota now, that my tires are hotter. Not my fault. I saw him overdoing it and open up the steering. And unlucky for him. But lucky for me. Yeah, the Porsche ahead now has huge pace. Although I did lose some time with the traffic and with the battle. Let's see how the gap balances out. I don't know how to fix that front. I mean, I know how to give it a bit more front balance, but as soon as I do that, then the rear will kill me. Oh, yeah. Okay. But driving a different car, well, that's an option. If I did this event once more, I would have taken the Toyota, I think. But oh well, looking forward to the new update and the new hypercars. So maybe I just keep driving the Caddy, and then when some nice new hypercars are available in LMU, I take one of them and see if it feels better and if it's faster. I mean, this is overall this is not bad, but maybe I just completely messed up today's setup. But well, the data looked fine. The ride heights and suspension travel and everything. Tomorrow in the Vanval, no. You will not see me in a Vanval. I mean, I would love to take it, but I will take it when it's only one valve grid. One valve fixed, let's go. Although tomorrow I'm driving the Pontiac Firebird anyway. For the Trans M series. This is gonna be one lonely stint. I hope P3, P4, P5 battle themselves. Oh. Well, I didn't have to keep asking for too long for that. But wait, that's Michael. What happened there? He was 35 seconds ahead, he must have had a huge off. Let's see how his pace is anyway. When is the nearest date? Like, well, I'm gonna wait a long time till April. Could put it there for Halloween or something. The scary van wall. Well, this is not a lonely second stint anymore. A lot has changed in one lap. A fast Ferrari behind, a Toyota that lost 4 seconds somehow ahead. International Clown Day. Okay. I'll tell the manufacturers that they will be put in for the Clown International weekday if they don't provide real-life data for the cars. Oh, ouch. But there must have been some big dive bomb. What is he doing? He swerved into my way. What? Anyway. Thank you, Dan. Have a nice rest of the evening. The gap to P4 is kind of stable, that's good. And Michael behind is falling off. Might still have a chance for the podium. Well, the plan is 2 pit stops, but second one is just a splash. I'm not making this corner. How was that not a cut? In quali I went 1 millimeter beyond the white line and I got an orange cut. Here I just went straight off, nothing. Well, I'm gonna take it. It's funny how the car rotates on that curb. As if the curb kind of pushed it in, like, I don't know. Pushed it in or pulled it into the corner. Yeah, some updates ago I was testing the Toyota around here, and on some laps the white limits were a hard limit, 1 millimeter beyond instant invalidated lap, and then I escaped, went out, and it was very lenient. I could go 1 meter off or 2 meters depending on the corners. Then I escaped, went out again, it was again very strict. It was so hilarious. Thank you, Asim. I hope they are appropriate. I must have made some weird expressions in some moments during this race. And the racing PC, indeed, I was braking early. I'm going very slow, but if it was overtake for position, I would have expected it to tell me to give back the position. But maybe it's different between different classes. I must have been close to collecting that GT by cutting across of him. Ah, right. Well, even in the free camera within LMU I was having some weird angles and racing lines, so... Well, now that I think back, it was quite silly from me to assume it's photos of the stream. That makes not much sense. But again, 95% of brain is on track, the other 5 is trying to make sense of everything else. That's a fellow suffering caddy. Hope he lets me through. He doesn't. Let me flash. No, I will not flash. Too dangerous. Yeah, the podium is not out of reach. But it all depends on that splash. Need to calculate the refuel perfectly. Not sure if that was the best line to take to overtake the GT. Could not think of anything else. Yeah, I think the race is gonna be 77 laps. But I'm not sure how far ahead P1 is. In that case, I need to refuel for 12 more laps. Or maybe 11. Ah, that's Michael ahead of us. Lap down. But Michael will be going till the end, I suppose, now. I hope the mediums will survive those extra 12 laps. "14 seconds or so, copy." I must be hitting the anti-cut there. And it helps me to rotate the car, but it helps a bit too much. Slightly too wide. I see Mikhail has overtaken both P3, P4. Well, unlapped himself. Well then, I wanted to take the inside, but kind of blocked it. Although in the GTs you kind of need to take a very shallow line. You not really U-shape the entry. Must have scared him a little bit, sorry about that. Ah, so I see on my dash, P2 is 7 seconds ahead. So the pace overall is not that bad. If I deduct the 5-ish seconds lost by that unlucky incident in turn 1, I would be close. That was very on the limit with the rear. too far to dive that Ferrari. I don't quite understand what he did there, but alright. So that's the battle for the podium. Things have changed for the better. The rear is like slipping just a little bit too much. But it's understeering at the same time, so no idea at all what to do with ARBs. So I'm just gonna keep them. Crazy, like after an hour and a half, P2 to P5 within 3 seconds or so, even closer. And P2 seems to be the slowest, maybe? P1 disappeared. Oh dear. Well, I disappeared from P1 some days ago. And now the new P1 disappeared as well. Well, into the pits. Oh. Okay. Gonna take that one. So I'm actually battling for the win, right? Crazy race. I mean, it's painful to see P1 disconnecting, but well, maybe he has done a mistake or something. So they... okay, that makes sense. They went for the double tire change strat. Well, let's see how that works. Unlucky. I must not lose time with the battle for P1. Well, with the current P1. I don't know how long the drive-through is, it's quite a short pit lane. Ooh, yo yo yo. Okay. Rear started drifting a bit on that downshift. The full tank is... how much is full tank? 38? That would mean like 10 to 15 seconds for the splash. But then White will have fresher tires. Probably would need quite a catastrophic last stint from White then to have any chance. This turn 1 is purposely made to destroy the racing. No way to initiate any kind of move into there. Was opportunistic. Well, we are leading the race, but those tires on the rear look very scary. I don't really know where the cliff is. not great. Two more laps. So, it's gonna be 15 minutes and a half, 14 minutes and a half, it's not gonna be... It's gonna be 11 laps. Yeah, probably 11. If I get jumped, then probably the car ahead will have fuel issues. And if I don't get jumped, I can fuel save. Keep messing this braking zone. So box, box, box. No, 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 no. And the Toyota followed me around the outside. If I'm getting a penalty because of that bonk, I will visit him and I will throw his PC out of the window. I got seriously confused by that big box. I think the whole box was like moved sideways? I don't know. Right, let's see. No penalty. Nice. And we are P2. Where is White? And I assume P1 still has to box. Yeah, he sure has to box. So it's push on the fuel until he does box. And after that we try to calculate. White 10 seconds behind. Interesting. Well, I will have fuel for 10 more laps now. And there is 13 minutes and a half. Surely it has to be enough, right? But that Toyota is extending so much. So P1 big pits. Come on. 4, 3, 1. We are in the lead. Beautiful. Now the whole future is in the hands of my very fast 5-second calculation before the event. But Lemoine behind has same issue as I. He did not get any more fuel. If we need to extend, we will be both extending. Unless he had some fuel in the tank. Oh, the BOP, yeah. Minutes, 8 laps. Should be enough, right? Has to be enough. And I've come further into the race than last time. The last time this time remaining 10 minutes showed up. The game instantly froze. Yes, Colin, trying my best. The most important thing now is to not get stuck behind traffic, because then P2 can easily have a run on me. Thought about taking the outside for a moment, but not from this position. I keep messing that exit. The car is fully on the backers and it's not pleasant. I think I got quite lucky with some traffic now. Thank you. I really made myself a proper esports race by this car choice. Oof. So 5 minutes and a half and 5 laps, yeah, fuel is perfect. But I was really surprised to see that strategy of early pit stop with double tire change not working. If that's what Vide did. But I'm confused because, well, maybe he didn't do double tire change, maybe he just fueled less and fueled more in the second stop, because I did fully expect him to be half a second or a second per lap faster at this stage. But indeed, our tires are best, tire wear wise. I don't think I have particularly saved them. I had some big slides and some lockups. But probably I never fully sent it on the steering wheel into corners. so I avoided the silly abrasion. The silly abrasion that comes from over-rotation in the hairpins on the front inside locks and front right side just loses crazy amount of rubber. Oh well. I hope one day people will realize that it's safer to stick on the racing line. So this will now be 2 more laps. I hope overfueled. Can't believe it. 1 whole lap too much fuel. Regardless of the position, like, I don't know, in the middle of the first stint, seeing how much grip I have and watching the other cars around me, ahead of me, and that Toyota behind me that was so much faster through the corners, like it felt utterly hopeless. So I'm honestly quite confused on where all the pace has gone for them. Or like total race time. I didn't go particularly long in the pit stops. I gained some position by mistakes of others or by different strategy. Last lap. Gonna be fun watching the replay of the turn 1 incident. Well, hopefully I got this now at this moment. 2 seconds gap, half a lap to go. And the tires are not giving up. 46% rear left. Balance is good. The delta is good. The rear still kicks around a little bit sometimes. One last lock up into this corner. And we have done it. Where is the line? Not here, it's further ahead. It's here. Let's go! What a race! What a race! Oof! Oh, that was quite an unexpected finish after being P8 basically at some point. Thank you guys. Thank you for the engineering during the race. For giving some ideas of where other cars are around. Oh. Oof. And I didn't even get too cooked. Well, I had 2 liters of water here, so... So, well, I'm gonna check the replay quickly when this unfreezes. But if you're leaving, thank you a lot for being the company here with me, for all the chat. Now, let's see if the server closes or doesn't close. Timing, standings. So this is... I guess this is after the crash. Thank you, Andy. I will love the 3%, right? Oh, okay. This is the crash. So I am... Like, I see there is a lot of cars ahead. So I brake kind of early. Because normal braking point... Where is the... So I lift here. I start braking. Normal braking point would be like in between my car and the Ferrari head. But I just got so confused. Like, at this point, the only logical chance or choice to do was to go for the apex. And I went for the apex, but... I don't know. Like, this is super weird. Like, he... Like, okay, I understand. Like, there was gap to go for it, but I think he tried to stay behind. But then he realized he's suddenly too close. And then... Nah... You see in the mirror what you have done, so like, in this stage you know that with this kind of steering movement, this is 100% crash. And he panicked and turned in. And there was nothing at all I could have done. Like, wait, let me do this. I didn't have any more turning, and at this point I realized, like, if I turn in more here, I'm just gonna lose the rear or oversteer more. And then I realized crash is inevitable, so I probably here slightly unloaded the front so I would not die that hard. But we died a lot both. And then the battle continued. Oh dear. Okay. I don't know. I have to watch it again. Like, this is quite important to analyze. Because this can easily happen in the future. I kind of forgot about that GT car. But then at the same time, if you lift, you're already like slow in here, but I think... kind of decide quite late to defend, or like to lift out of it. And then at this point he's thinking that I'm such a moron, like diving in like crazy into the apex, so I will just turn in on you, and he turns in. I don't know, like from my perspective and my FOV and my mirror settings, this is kind of like accepting the fate that both gonna crash, but it's better if both crash than to lose the position. But would love to hear from him. But again, like I should have remembered there is like a GT car ahead, and at this point I should realize the slowing of him means he's staying behind. And well, I'm lifting here already. it's hard to realize he's lifting, so... Ah. For how long was I in this scene? I must have been in this scene for quite long. Ah, 2 seconds. Okay, that's 10 seconds. Okay, copy. Hi, Mark. No donation yet possible. I'm not professional enough yet to ask for it, but thank you for the intention. Mark, what happened with your strategy? I wanted to ask. Did you do like 2 tire changes? But I'm gonna watch this again. Wait, why is it not? Okay. So Mark, you did just like 1 tire change and then 2 equidistant stints. Thank you, Ibram. Just to finish this story. I think I reacted like it's hard to realize that the car ahead is lifting. But I lifted, but I didn't go immediately on the brakes. Although I kind of did. It's such an unfortunate position, like and it's the Ferrari. The Ferrari has crazy brakes, so he can just stop immediately. I was full on the brakes. There was nothing I could do about it. I don't know what to learn from it. Ah, you got a spin as well. So we both lost 6 seconds. Ah, yeah, the virtual energy, yeah. You just need to keep the fuel ratio fixed and then just change the fuel strategy for the pit stops. It took me a long time to realize that as well. The Porsche is a shitbox. Copy. Cadillac felt like a big shitbox around this track. So we all need BOP. Where is my DR again? Plus 12. Okay. It's something. Maybe it didn't gain me a lot because I was bad in quali. But still, expected to finish third. I think I finished first. Okay. I'm just a bit sore still because I lost 25% by that disconnection in the previous race. Yeah, Toyota is, well, with the lack of long straight, the Toyota is for sure a good choice. Well, either way. About how many DNF? Not too much. About the lift and coasting, so basically I think I used 3.1% virtual energy per lap with full push, and then I was kind of targeting 3%, so it was not really that big. If I put that into percentage, well, 3%, that's, yeah, just slightly into some corners on some laps. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Was there something else to be watched in the replay? Maybe some crashes, but there were not much more. No, I think I'll just call it a day. Who won GTE? Polesny. Haven't seen him for quite some time. Finish time. Wait, what? He lapped. He lapped the field or what? Would be so good to have like actual gaps here, like in seconds, but missing that a little bit. Finish time. Yeah, well, one lap in between. And how am I finding the streaming? I mean, it's better and better. Like the 5% of brain focus that I take from the track is able to produce more and more coherent sentences, I suppose. I hope I'm intelligible, or what's the word? And I hope the mic is working. And there were no frame drops today, and the mic ratio from left to rear is not bugging like 1 month ago, so I have to say this kind of racing is just so much more fun. Like joining in after like 1 hour of trying to fix the car balance, doing a race like that, streaming it, having some chat and a sip of water, quite a lot more fun than knowing that if I mess up, I lose 5k euros of prize pool or whatever. Although it's of course quite nice to actually like win 5k euros of the esports prize pool, but well, let's see how esports turn to be in the future. Yeah, I'm actually quite done after this. Overheated. I need a good shower and a good dinner. And tomorrow I will be streaming the Trans Am thing. So, well, how are my wrists? At the moment they are perfect. Oh, and something clonked inside now. But no, it's perfect after the race. Like it's not a problem. It's a problem some hours after or next morning. But no, it's fine. Like I have this wristband, so it kind of fixes. Like I think all it. I mean I don't really know the physiology, but like it really like fixes the extreme positions. So when I do like this, it kind of forces me not to do like crazy move or like also in this direction. Kind of, I don't know what the words are. The stuff that's in here kind of gets stabilized a bit more, and it really helps. I remember, I think it was for some Formula E esports competition, like I could not drive anymore, and then I just taped a little bit around the wrist, and it was instantly an improvement. But also it helps to have a bit lower FFB. I think, how much did I have? 50. I did use like 60 or 65, but 50 is enough. Just need to get used to feeling slightly lower forces. And that's with 19 Newton meters in the true drive. 75% of the max. So, okay, well, I'm gonna call it an evening at this point. So thank you again. Oh, you have... Okay, then I understand you have quite sore wrists. Yeah, that's significantly more than I have. But then, of course, it depends on the car as well. But in the long run, with a lot of driving, it's better to have a little bit less force. So anyway, thank you guys again for staying here with me for the good chats and for celebrating a very nice victory here. It was a really good race. So thank you. Have a good rest of the evening and good night, and see you later.